Good morning, everyone. My name is Ashley Garth. I'm here on behalf of Team Insurance Services, and I am here with my partners, Chantel Wright, Rolando Delafonte, and Dominique Cotton of Financial Success Consultants. And we just want to talk. We want to tell you a little bit about us, and we want to tell you why we got in the business and why we have a passion for what we do. So part of the reason why I partner with these guys is because I know that they have a passion for what they do. They're always going to do the right thing, and we're actually doing it a little bit differently than your typical financial advisor. So they actually take their clients, our clients, through a self-discovery process. So we are looking at every single piece of the puzzle that affects protecting and building wealth. So first, I just want to dig in and talk about a few of the events that we have happening now until the end of the year. So every first Saturday of the month, everybody, every first Saturday, we are hosting a free wealth building breakfast here at our office in Cool Springs. So the next one is going to be October the 6th. They are from 9 to 11. And then in November, we have one on November the 3rd. And then our last wealth building breakfast for 2018 is December the 1st. So please join us, and that is basically a finance 101. We're basically building the foundation so people can know how to become successful financially. Also, we're doing our first Balling on a Budget ladies event. We're already to that halfway mark for reserved space for that event. So only 50 ladies will be seated there. And the last time I checked Eventbrite, we had 20 people that have already saved their spot. So we have Gara. She is basically a expert on shopping for healthy foods on a budget. Ladies, I know that sometimes seems hard because we know that the cheap food is not always the food that we should put into our body. So she's going to talk about how do you set yourself up to go out to the grocery store and get the right things and not blow the bank. She's also going to talk about different recipes that ladies can make for under $15. That's major. And then we also have Shayna Berkeley. I love her energy. She's the founder of Stylist on the Go. She's going to talk about how do you shop on a budget and also be fashionable. Ladies, I know you want to look good. You want to look good going to work. You want your hair to look great, all of that good stuff. She's going to tell us how to do that on a budget. And then these guys are going to basically seal the deal. We have a Balling on a Budget financial playbook. So how do you live a comfortable life and also make the right financial decisions for later, for retirement? So we have a lot of exciting things happening for the rest of the year, and we hope that we meet you guys at one of our awesome events. And if you notice, there's something really major about all of these. They're free. They're free, so you have no excuse not to be there. And our last major event for this year is our Wealth and Health Symposium that takes place on November the 17th. That's going to be at our Southeast Branch Library, and we will also have vendors there. So if you are in the health and wealth space and you want to be a vendor, please reach out to us. So we're not going to copy that on the description, because just a little nugget, when you do that, there are less people that actually see this video. So I'm going to actually post all of this in the comments. So please look out for that if you want to be a vendor or if you want to reserve a space for any of our awesome events. So I've talked a lot. I'm going to turn it over to Dominique Cotton. He's going to talk about himself, his family, and why he got into the business.
All right. Thank you, Ashley. Hello, everyone. My name is Dominique Cotton, Chief Operations Officer for Financial Success Consultants. Just want to share a little bit with you about myself. Started in this business in 2011 American General Life and Accident Insurance Company. Wanted to really help people. Early in my life, at age 24, a couple months after my wife and I got married, I was diagnosed with type 1 diabetes. Had started my own lawn care service. I went into business for myself, and that was really a strain on my family's finances. Not only trying to make sure that I could pay for medications, but making sure that I was able to save and be able to put money back for a rainy day. And so I have a passion for helping people, making sure that they get the right protections in place early on. talk with a lot of young people who, they look at you and say, that's not going to happen to me, or I can do this, 3, 4, 5, years down the line when, I've got a more stable, job or income, or, I actually have a family and have children, but, tomorrow's not promised. I've posted a story on my Facebook page, my personal page, about a young man named Alec, who was actually type 1 diabetic, who was a restaurant manager making a pretty decent income, but having to pay for medications, for his diabetes all out of his pocket. And he got to a point to where he just couldn't afford, health insurance, going through the marketplace what was going through his job. They really just didn't have, adequate insurance for him. And so he started rationing out his insulin and actually died. I've actually had a couple similar experiences like that in my life, a couple times outside of being diagnosed. So, these are very important conversations that we have with our clients about, you never know what's going to happen tomorrow. Let's say you get a life-changing illness and you don't die. What happens to your family finances then? So it's our job to sit down and talk with people and, make sure that they're putting the right protections in place, that no matter what happens to them, as far as no matter where they drive, no matter who comes to their home, no matter what debilitating illness may come down the line, or unfortunately, we're all going to pass away one day. So whether that's premature or whether that's, inevitably, we want to make sure that people have the right protection plans in place, that, they can leave a legacy to their family. You don't have a wife or a spouse and children not being able to continue to live the lifestyle that breadwinner was able to provide while still here. So I have a passion for just making sure that people are being educated on those type of protections. Also making sure that we prepare people for retirement, because we have a lot of people who just don't think about those things and think that their health can actually affect being able to build those things for the future. So married for 12 years, my wife Jessica. We have 2 beautiful children. Natalia's 10, and son DJ Dominique Jr., better known as DJ the Dude. But he's a little whippersnapper. He's 3 years old, so definitely love my family. Raised on family values, so I have a lot of love for families out there, and just making sure that anytime things happen, that the family's going to be okay. But I'll turn it over to Mr. Rolando De La Fuente.
Good morning, Nashville. It's great to speak to you this morning. My name is Rolando De La Fuente. I'm the Chief International Officer for Financial Success Consultants. And my role is to help out in essentially the Latino community, or anybody that's a foreign national. That's my role within the team. A little backstory about myself. I am a first-generation American-born son of immigrants, and I was born and raised in rural Tennessee. Back in the early 90s, there was a very small Latino community in Tennessee. Back then, there wasn't a hit 2 for Spanish option whenever you called anywhere. So at a very young age, I started seeing a need for somebody that could translate for the community. At 6 years old, my parents would take me to help out their friends or family members, and I would translate at community centers, at government offices, just to get their kids signed up for school. As the years passed, the community grew, but there wasn't any more professionals coming in to the community to help guide them. So I graduated high school, went to college, and I decided that it was time for me to give back to the community that had given me so much when I was growing up. I got licensed in the financial services industry, and thankfully, very grateful, I wound up with this team right here of professionals, and great people. Our role, my job functions are pretty simple. One is to listen to the needs of my clients, and two is to identify solutions and educate them on those solutions. That's what I would like to do. I mean, of course, I was speaking about the Latino community, but that really goes to anybody and everybody that generates an income. It doesn't matter whether you make $20,000 a year or $50 million a year. We're here to help, and we're going to treat you with the same respect and dignity that any person deserves. If you give us your time, we're going to make sure that we put 100% back into your life and your plans. That pretty much sums me up. Please hit the like button, and we'll be here. We'll be taking questions. Next is Chantel Wright, our fearless leader.
Good morning, everybody. As Rolando said, my name is Chantel Wright. I'm the CEO of Financial Success Consultants. And first and foremost, before I say anything about myself, I want to speak about my team. I am thankful and grateful to be working with such a great elite group of professionals. I'll be the first to admit, I know my areas of strength, also know my areas of weakness. And I'm thankful that I have these group of people, Ashley, Rolando, and Dominique, to pick up what I'm weak at, they're strong at, which allows me to focus on the things I need to do that's going to be beneficial for our clients and for our team. So I just want to say that I'm grateful and thankful to each and every one of you. A little bit about me, born and raised in small town Richmond, Indiana. Moved down here back in 1996. Was in the mortgage industry for approximately 14 years until everything flipped and went upside down in 2007, 2008. Was my time to exit. Got into the insurance side and financial services side, dealing with initially the senior market, helping those that were working into retirement. And I kept seeing the same thing over and over again. What I kept seeing is they were concerned about running out of money in retirement. Now, there were some things that we could do because of some of the things that they had done in their lives and what I looked at and what we laid a foundation for them at that period of time. But my thought was, we need to get to people at an earlier age to start educating about being financially healthy. Now, we go to the doctor when we're not physically healthy for a checkup. How many of us actually go to a professional to see if we're financially healthy? That's been one of my biggest concerns. So when we come together, that's why when Rolando was talking about that we're going to treat you with the dignity and respect, our team motto is, our relationship is with you, not your money. We want to make sure we build a firm foundation for you to build upon to make sure that in retirement, you don't run out of money. So that needs to start now. I don't care what age you are. Most folks in their 20s think they don't need to start right now. I'm going to tell you, start now. If you're in your 30s, start now. If you're in your 40s, start now. What I will tell you, we're not here to replace anything that you're done. We're here to enhance. We're here to educate. That's one of the reasons why we do a lot of workshops. That's why we do a lot of things in the community to bring education to the community. Now let me hit this real quick. I had someone say to me, knowledge is power. That is not true. Knowledge in itself is just what it is. It's knowledge, it's information. It does not become power until you implement the knowledge that you learned. So this is what I implore you today. When you see that we're having something that's going on, I ask you to come. Get the knowledge. Even if you don't want to use us for any of your financial needs, come get the knowledge, but put it into action in some shape, form, or fashion. The reason I say that is because not too long ago in my life, I went into some devastating things that took a financial toll while I was disabled for 2 years. Could not work on my job. Had 2 near-death experiences. had another situation where they were talking about amputating my leg. I was physically ill. So I take a lot of this to heart. I have a lot of passion because I've been through what a lot of you have been through. And each of us have our own story. And that's what we bring. We bring the passion and compassion into it. That you're not just a number, you're not just a figure, you're not just your money. You're a person, so we're looking to make you well financially in a holistic standpoint, not just looking at your investments. How are you protected? How is your home and house protected? How are you protected if you become too sick, too ill, or too injured to be able to work? How are you going to be protected in your retirement years to make sure that you don't run out of money? Those are the things that we educate our clients on. With that being said, if you have any questions about anything financially, I ask you to reach out to us. We're on several different social media platforms as a team and individually. We're here to help the community. We're here to assist. And we want to make ourselves available to you. So with that, now, Ashley didn't say who her role is. I'm going to say it. Ashley is our Chief Marketing Officer. Ashley has helped us look great. She has put us out there, and she is good at what she does. And I think she used Photoshop on a couple of things that make my head look smaller.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
it is this big. It is this big. I'm letting you know now, it is this big. So when you come and meet me in person, be like, your head didn't look like that when I seen you on social media. Yeah, it's huge. And we can see we like to have fun. We tell everybody,
Yeah.
don't let the suits fool you. We are down to earth. But we believe, and we have the confidence to believe, I don't care if you're making $30,000 or $30 million a year, we have the ability to enhance what you've already done. So with that, I turn that back over to Ms. Ashley Carter.
Thank you all for joining us. So we know that people do business with people that they know, like, and trust. That's nothing new. So we want to pull you in. We want to be very transparent and just share with you of who we are and why we love to do what we do. We are changing the community, and I'm very excited about this, and there's more to come.